Hey, how's it going, everybody? Josh here at Desert Gardens Homestead. It's a beautiful day here in the Sonoran Desert. I'm sitting underneath my W. Murcott mandarin, which is in full fruit. I should probably be thinning the fruit down a little bit, but I'm just going to allow the tree to do its thing. But the reason I really wanted to bring you along today is I have a pair of trees that are in full fruit, and this is a pretty unusual fruit tree. It's a widely often overlooked fruit tree. I refer to it as the unpopular cousin of the mulberry. And this is just a really unique fruit in itself. It's a cross between quite a few different fruits. And so I just wanted to give you a quick showcase of the tree and try to spread the good word about this fruit tree and all the benefits that it has and bring you along with it. So stick with me and let's take a look. And here we are, my friends. This is the chafe fruit. Here is the female, and I also have a male right next door. So this set is dioecious. There is both a male and a female. I have heard of a grafted variety that is seedless and self-fruitful, but in the case of these are male and female, and these have been grafted onto the Osage orange tree or rootstock, and so the base is the Osage orange. The male here always, year after year, looks like it's extremely thirsty. So if you see these leaves and you say, hey, look, your tree is in dire straits here, it just does that in the heat for some reason. It's really just a cosmetic thing. I have given it drench after drench from year after year. For the first year or so, I was a little concerned, but at this point, it's just, I'm used to it. So whatever variety that one is, just has the shriveled leaves in the summer months, and it just sticks like that for the rest of the year. The female, not the same. Leaves are fine, as you can see, just fully loaded in fruit here. One other neat thing with the chafe fruit that very other fruit trees can actually boast of is that the fruit has no real predators here. The birds really don't mess with the fruit just because the fruit is a little chewy in texture, and so they really don't eat or take the fruit. I really don't have any pest issues whatsoever with the chafe fruit. The chafe fruit isn't often redistributed by bird droppings is because the birds don't typically eat the fruit. Now, just some fun facts and a little bit of history here. The chafe fruit is also known as Kudrenia, Chinese mulberry, kudrang, mandarin melon, silkworm thorn, and storehouse bush. Don't ask me how it came to be known as storehouse bush, but that is certainly a name. And the tree originated in China, and it came to the US in 1909, and it came to the US from England. The chafe fruit can be grown in a wide range of areas, anywhere from USDA growing zones 5 to 9, and it can withstand low temperatures of -20 degrees. So it's a very hardy tree. It is deciduous, so it does lose its leaves during the winter months, and then it just goes dormant. And these trees can reach heights of about 25 feet tall. Area as well as environment does play a critical role in that. So in the desert, in the Sonoran Desert, I wouldn't be surprised, if these trees stayed at a height of, between maybe 12 to 15 feet. These do fruit in the fall, so here we are in the end of September, and they're just now starting to color up and ripen up. So I would say in the October area here in the Sonoran Desert for this particular variety is when they're going to become fully ripe. The chafe fruit is just completely unique in characteristics as well as looks. It almost just looks like a cross between a mulberry and a lychee, but it's, they're all in the same family. And so, unbelievably, the chafe fruit's related to breadfruit. It's also related to the jackfruit. It's related to fig, mulberry, as well as African breadfruit and Osage orange. And so often these trees are also grafted onto the Osage orange as a rootstock, just because the Osage orange is a more hardy and it's a better rootstock. And actually the two trees that I have here have both been grafted onto the Osage orange. These trees have been incredibly difficult to propagate. I have tried so many different means. I've tried cuttings for multiple years with no success. The air layers I've done now, this is the second year I've done heavy air layer, And out of maybe about 8 or 9 air layers over the last couple years, I've only received one that has been a success. So even the air layers is a very low success rate. In regards to propagation by seed, I have tried propagation by fresh seed from a ripe fruit to no avail. I've also tried to cold stratify the seeds since they are deciduous, which also was to no avail. So I am very unsuccessful with germination by seed. And so there's got to be a really good way to propagate the chafe fruit out. One other reason why I'm trying to propagate that Osage orange right there is to get a tree going, and then just to either air layer or propagate those out by cutting, and then try to graft the chafe fruit onto the Osage orange and see if that would be a more viable method, because I'd really like to propagate this tree out. And just like the Elaeagnus, the silverberry or autumn olive or gummy berry, this tree is very difficult and is giving me a challenge to propagate. So I went ahead and pulled a ripe fruit from the tree, and just like its cousin, the fig, as well as the mulberry, when you trim limbs, it does bleed. And so as you can see, the white sap there will come when you pull the fruit from the tree. And just go ahead and wipe that off as you would a fig. So as you can see, the chafe fruit is just a really unique and unusual fruit. To me, it really looks kind of like a brain or just some sort of sea anemone. But really, it does look like maybe a hybrid or a cross between a mulberry and a lychee. So I went ahead and I just picked this one. It should be fully ripe, and I just went ahead and wiped off the excess milk once I pulled it. And so I'll go ahead and cut into it, and let's take a look at what it looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and try to cut it in half here. And we'll just take a look at the center. So as you can tell, they look very juicy, which they are. And as you can see inside the black seeds, there are a good handful of black seeds within each fruit. I would probably say between 5 and 8 seeds per fruit. And so like me, I just go ahead and eat the fruit, and then I'll just hold the seeds in my mouth, and I'll just spit those out once I'm done. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just take a quick taste test, and I'll let you know what I think. Okay, here we are. I've got my little chafe fruit cut in half. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot here and let you know what I think. Sweet. It's really sweet when you put it in your mouth. It is chewy. It's almost the chewy consistency of like bubble gum. I just hit a couple seeds. It's got a really big melon flavor. It's like a watermelon. It's a sweet watermelon, a little sweeter than a watermelon would be. But it definitely has that melony taste, really good melon. It's not like a cantaloupe melon, but more of like a watermelon. Yeah, it's pretty unique. It's not a lot of fruit like it. It's really tasty. The longer they hang on the tree, the better. This one could have probably been on the tree for a little bit longer, but it is good enough to eat. What I like about the fruit though is, you know, if you're out in the yard and you just plug one into your mouth, it's, like I said, you can chew on it for a really long time. So if you like to savor, you know, your food and just really enjoy it and take it in, the chafe fruit's a really good one for that, because, you know, it holds its consistency in your mouth more or less. But really good fruit. I really like the chafe fruit. It's so underrated, and it's just commercially unknown, you know, even consumerly unknown. It's just a lot of people have never heard of the chafe fruit. I don't know why. It's a really good fruit. It's a very hardy tree, a very robust fruit, and, you know, it doesn't have a lot of pests, so it should be more popular. So hopefully videos like this will help the chafe fruit win that popularity contest against its bigger cousins, the fig and the mulberry. So what more could we ask for from a tree? The tree is very hardy, it's very prolific. The tree does not have any pests or any pressures whatsoever. And so it's just a very undervalued, underrated fruit tree. And so I hope videos like this will put a little bit more light to the fruit tree. And if you did find anything of value in the video today, if you never heard of the chafe fruit and now you're interested, I would surely appreciate you smashing that like button. And if you know of anybody else that is also into gardening or fruit trees, or would like to grow more fruit at home, if you could also share my videos and share the the content, that would also be greatly appreciated. I've really been putting a whole lot more work and effort into the quality of the videos. If you've noticed, I've been putting out less videos, but the quality has just been a little bit better. So it takes me about a week to make a really good quality video. So if you, once again, find any value in the videos, if you could just like and subscribe and share, that would really help out this channel as well as the community, and I surely appreciate it. So once again, thanks for tuning in. This is Josh with Desert Gardens Homestead, and hope you have a great day. God bless and take care.